Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Zane. I do believe we're live on YouTube right now. I almost made a mistake saying Instagram, but I do believe we're live. This is a great day. Today is Monday. I just made a ton of videos, and well, we're gonna look at GGPI. Well, not GGPI. We're gonna look at PSNY, Polestar, New York. It's incredible that Polestar is officially a public company, but we've we've um, we've we've definitely worked hard for this. Especially if you are keeping up with everything that's going on Twitter, we've definitely worked hard for this. King Arturo is saying it's Guggen time. Yes, indeed, it's Guggen time. I'm super excited just to just to be able to look at Polestar officially on Yahoo Finance. Take a look at the price. It's official. We're public, and there's so much news to discuss. I was working on a few different videos this morning, and there's just so much news to dive into. So before we can get started with news, before we can get excited and get into all the exciting news, first I must let you know, obviously this is not financial advice. I have to get you with that one, but out with the boring stuff. The important thing is that if there's anything you'd like me to discuss, if there's anything you'd like me to talk about in this video, please send me a link in the comments, or just leave some information in the comment. Tell me what I should Google so we can get some information to talk about. But we've got plenty. We've got plenty. And for certainty, I've also saved some quite important information. In fact, I was looking at this tweet from N2EV Bull on Twitter, and basically this is the top 10 electric cars based on market cap, and Polestar is not on the list. So I was like, what the hell is going on? This is awkward, because it should be, Polestar should definitely be on the list. We're valued at 20 billion. So immediately I started retweeting this to companies market, actually to ask them, could you please add Polestar to the list, because we're valued at 20 billion in market cap. Come on, like it's time. Obviously we've had Polestar at Goodwood Festival as well. That was incredible. That was honestly incredible. And actually, if I go to my history, these are some of the topics I was making videos on. You know, Polestar unveiling the Polestar 5, the camo version, the prototype at Goodwood. It was incredible to see this car. Absolutely incredible. I couldn't believe it, but I was super excited just to see videos. I wanted to go to Goodwood, but it's super awkward because I didn't know that Polestar was going to be a Goodwood. I didn't know that that Fiscal was going to be a Goodwood. Arrival is at Goodwood, or was at Goodwood. Absolutely incredible. I did not know any of this, so I made a huge mistake by booking my holiday, and I was on holiday in Italy, in Venice. So I apologize. I should have been there so I can create better content. I could have gotten some really good videos of the Polestar 5 prototype, the Polestar 02. I can't believe I missed that. I feel ashamed. I let you guys down. On the Money Men channel. You guys have supported this channel a lot, so thank you for the support. But I let you down on this one, so apologies. But we're not gonna miss it next year. I can promise you that. I'm booking tickets for the entire 3 days or 4 days. We're not gonna miss it next year, that's for sure. So this is one of the things I was making video about. I made a video on this topic actually. You know, just the Polestar, the Polestar 5 rolling through Goodwood. That was quite exciting. I have some other things that I made videos on as well. it's going to take me too long to edit the video and publish it. So I'm just going to tell you now because I'm super excited. Polestar is working on a prototype dual battery system. They're working on a prototype dual battery system. Absolutely incredible. It's got me super excited. So I made a full video on this topic and I'm going to edit it and make it look super crisp and super fancy before publishing it to you guys. Super excited. So Polestar grants a US patent for electric vehicle with a dual battery system. A dual battery system. So the idea of this is that if you have a dual battery system, your battery could essentially theoretically last longer, because if you have a dual battery system, imagine you've got battery 1 and battery 2. For battery 1, you can use that battery for everyday commute. If you're going to work, coffee, drinks with a friend, cinema, social activities, you can use your battery 1 for those purposes. Battery 2 can be used for longer trips. If you're going to a long place, you know, like 100 miles away, 200 miles away, you can use both batteries. But the idea is that you're not going to need to do that all the time. So by splitting up the battery compartments, you actually have one battery that you're not using a lot because you don't need to. Hence, it lasts a lot longer. Hence, your car holds its value for a lot longer. That's the idea of this patent. It's that it's a dual battery system that can save a lot. It can also save a lot of lithium battery. Imagine you want to recycle your battery in a few years, you want a new battery in your vehicle, or you're going to upgrade your vehicle. With the second battery, it actually means that your battery doesn't deplete as normal electric batteries do. It takes a lot longer. So your car actually lasts a lot longer. You get more value for your money. hence the dual battery. In other news as well, just a lot of Polestar news today. Polestar announced over 32,000 orders in the first half of this year. This was incredible because this is a 290% increase year over year. And for a normal company that's doing extremely well, it's incredible if they can get 50% increase each year. Polestar had 290% increase just 1 year. In over the process of just 1 year, that's incredible. So where does this take us? Obviously, we know Polestar, they put out a statement, say they can only build up to 50,000 vehicles this year, which I suppose it's fine. We're gonna miss that. We're gonna miss the initial margin. The initial margin was 69,000 vehicles to build this year, so we're gonna miss that by 19. So it could be worse at the same time. Consider this, it could be a little bit worse at the same time. So we've been live for about 8 minutes now. So I'm gonna tweet this live stream over on Twitter just to let everyone know that we are live on Monument, so they can actually join Monument, join the live stream, because it's exciting. And there's also other updates. So I do believe Thomas Ingalith is in New York City right now because of Polestar. So I believe Thomas Ingalith will be ringing the Polestar bell at Nasdaq, because we've now gone fully live. So this is Thomas Ingalith and Maximilian. I believe he is the head of designer at Polestar, and they're in New York right now, I believe, and they're just dealing with jet lag, and they're just preparing to do more things all evolving around Polestar, promoting Polestar in the United States. They've done a brilliant job promoting Polestar throughout Europe, especially with the Goodwood Festival. That was incredible. I'm actually going to tweet the live stream right now, just to keep in mind. So this was a photograph, Thomas Ingalith on his way to New York City to ring the bell at Nasdaq for Polestar. Absolutely incredible. This is exactly what we needed. We've got some news on Lucid as well, so we're going to get into that a little bit. Lucid Group stocks looks more vulnerable than Tesla and its peers. Quite interesting. But you know, something interesting that I found was some key information actually that I thought was really important. And this is basically a top contender, all EV top contender. Realistically, what's their realistic value? And this is what this chart is trying to show. So the market is treating Polestar like a serious EV player. That's not that's not what I've said. That's I'm reading this word for word. But the idea of this chart is that these companies are based on how because Rivian, look at Rivian, 12 billion in market cap. But the last time I checked, excuse me, the last time I checked, Rivian is not valued at 10 billion in market cap. The last time I checked. So let's check once more. Rivian, I believe Rivian is actually above 20 billion. Whoops, I just remember. Rivian Automotive. Let's look at their market cap. 24.9 billion. That's almost 25 billion. At the moment, technically it's more valuable than Polestar. But is it though? They're not delivering anything close to what Polestar is doing. So realistically, technically they're not that valuable compared to Polestar. You know, for the first time, my computer, my new laptop the fan is turned on. For the first time, I'm actually going to open the window because it's getting relatively hot, but I'm doing this all from my laptop, so it's getting super warm. So we're going to close some of these right here, especially the unnecessary ones. I was doing some research on BMW as well, because BMW starts production at a new 2.2 billion Chinese plant to ramp up EV output. I made a video on this that I will be editing said video quite soon. So everyone's got that to look forward to. So that's actually quite exciting. I'm just tweeting this video on Twitter right now. We are live on YouTube. So I'm just tweeting my live video on Twitter. Let's get some of the Polestar community from Twitter into this space, into this live stream, so we can all have a collectively good time. So yeah, like I was saying, I was making this video on BMW. You know, they also have investment in a new battery company, Nordvolt. So super exciting things that are happening in the space, and it's all concerning to us because we need to stay up to date with exactly what's going on. Polestar is currently above $12.02. Obviously, starting today, the stock price did go down quite a bit. It went down to as low as $11.13. And obviously right now it's $12.01. So it's looking really good. It's made a really good recovery since it's opened. It's made a really good recovery, so that's good. I've also noticed that there seems to be another company that's trading under the Polestar name as well. I don't know much about this company, but it's Polestar Automotive Holding UK PLC class. What does it say? Class C1 ADS. So I don't know if this is a secondary share I don't really understand this, to be honest, but if there's anyone who's watching that can understand this, please explain it. What I am going to do is that I'm going to look at my trading app on free trade to determine if this share is available for purchase, because I don't think it is. I have no idea what it is, because I haven't actually had any information given me specific information on what it is. So to give my mind some clarity, I'm gonna search a Polestar on my app, and as soon as I search a Polestar, all I get is the Polestar Automotive UK. So there you go. That's all I get. Polestar Automotive UK. The normal share. I just get the normal share. I'm not getting the secondary share. So I don't know what the secondary share is. But the good news is that I invested in Polestar SPAC, the GGPI share, and I've already seen I believe it's a 8% increase on my investment. Once again, this is not financial advice, but for everyone who invested in Polestar SPAC, you should be proud, because we had a lot of patience to see, to wait out the market. We knew that we had strong confidence in Polestar, and I think we're finally starting to understand that Polestar is just getting started with what they're doing. So we've also got some information from a blog, fool.com. Investors in electric vehicle stocks now have a new option. Volvo backed Polestar. A new option, the better option. It's arguably a better option than Rivian, Lucid, in my opinion. But if there's any Lucid or Rivian fans watching, give me your thoughts. Like, how do you think this is going to affect the overall market when it comes to choice for investors? People, when they're talking about electric stocks now, they're not just talking about Rivian, Tesla, Lucid. They're also going to be talking about Polestar, because Polestar is delivering 50,000 vehicles this year. You cannot deny Polestar's potential anymore. You just can't. Now, the SPAC for Polestar adds a cash amount of $890 million to Polestar balance sheet. This is really good funding for Polestar, though they've admitted that the SPAC merger was not made for raising funds. Thankfully, they openly admitted that their way of raising funds is through their parent company. That's Volvo and Geely, that has helped them and invested in this company so much to help them achieve 29,000 vehicles sold last year. They've openly admit that without shame. So that's good, and that's clearly a company with honesty. Now, as an investor myself, I always look for companies that are honest. Honesty is really good when investing in companies. Great leadership, because it shows great leadership. They're not there to make you happy. They're there to make sure the company is successful. Making you happy actually comes secondary, or maybe even lower than secondary, maybe even third, fourth, or fifth. Your happiness is not that important. What's important is to make sure that this company is successful. Now, this information just goes through some of Polestar financial information. So let's check it out, shall we? Now, in 2021, Polestar generated $1.3 billion in revenue. It's targeting $17.6 billion by 2025, which would equate to a 92 compound annual growth rate. So imagine that. The amount of money Polestar is making right now, compare to the amount of money that Polestar will make by 2025. Polestar is hoping to build and deliver 290,000 vehicles by 2025. Me personally, I think they will probably build about 200 to 220,000. Because anything can happen in the next 3 years. Absolutely anything. This is 3 years away, but anything could happen. For Polestar to deliver 250,000 cars, it's going to take a lot. But if they do achieve this incredible milestone. What does this mean for Polestar? I did not spell calculator right. So right now, last year they made 1.3 billion in revenue. You know, times that by 10, what do we get? We get 13 billion. So essentially in the next 3 years, Polestar is saying that they will more than 10x in overall income, value, and production. 10x. Now, to get a proper understanding of how much this is, let's do the math again. 1.3 billion times that by, say, 15x. That's 19.5. That's too much, because right here, the information that we got was that they hope to gather 17.6 billion in revenue by 2025. So maybe it's 12 to 13x. Once again, let's try, because I'm terrible at maths. Times that by 13. That's better. That's better. 16.9 billion. Polestar is hoping to 13x. Doing 13 times is better in the next 3 years. 13. First of all, that's absolutely crazy, to say the least. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm saying last year, they 3x in they 3x in vehicle orders. I was just reading that article that from last year, in terms of pre-orders, Polestar has increased their pre-orders percentage by 290%. That's almost a 3x in 1 year. So if they can do that in 1 year, what can they do in 3 years? Most likely a 9x, 9 to 10x. In order for Polestar to make the money they're claiming to make, they would have to 13x in the next 3 years. It's not impossible based on how well they've done in the last year. It's not impossible, but I'm just saying it's going to be incredible. It's going to be incredibly difficult, to say the least. I don't know. Let me know. First of all, did that make any sense? Seriously, that's a really good question. What I just explained, did it make any sense at all? Seriously. Now, I'm on company's market cap, and what I'm going to try to do is to find electric cars. So we've got automakers. These are the top automakers, and Tesla is number one. Nice, very nice. But what I want to do is to... This is all by market cap as well. Now, the interesting thing is that Polestar in market cap should be somewhere around here. Actually, Volvo Cars in market cap is 23.3 billion. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Because Polestar is not delivering anything close to what Volvo is doing with their combustion petrol and diesel engine cars. Yet their market cap is oddly similar. Volvo Cars is 23 billion in market cap. How is that possible that Polestar has gone public with 20 billion? How is that possible? I need someone to explain that to me, because that just seems odd. That I always thought that Volvo would be a little bit higher on that list. Maybe we should see the top automakers in the world by delivery. Top automakers by delivery. Now, obviously, I think like Toyota is probably leading. Yeah, Toyota leads this market. But I want some other numbers. I know. Okay, so this is in market capitalization, and this was a long time ago, but I want numbers. Toyota sold nearly 10.5 million cars in 2021, comfortably beats VW Group. That's incredible. the information that I'm trying to get is a little bit difficult to find right now, but how incredible that that Volvo and Polestar market cap is almost the same. It just seems odd to me, but it does prove that electric cars are automatically considered to be more valuable than normal combustion engine cars. And you know why that is because people are not going to invest in normal combustion engine companies when they're not the future. They're building less cars, less engine cars, less petrol and gas cars. They're building more electric cars. So that's what people are investing in. They're investing in the future. How ridiculous is this that Rivian is more valuable than Volvo? Rivian is more valuable than Geely. Rivian is more valuable than Subaru, Nissan, Renault. Wow. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Arrival is valued at 1.08 billion. I do really like Arrival as a company. I like what they do. They went public at a huge margin. Almost 10 billion in almost a 10 billion IPO. That was incredible. Last year their market cap was roughly around 4.7 billion. This year it's just around 1 billion. But nevertheless, Arrival is doing great things. You know, actually, Arrival is doing wonderful things. Speaking of Arrival, I've made a few videos on Arrival so far. I made videos this morning on Arrival as well that I will be editing and uploading on the channel. If you guys got any questions, this is a great time to ask. So we've been live for 27 minutes. We're going to be live for about 1 hour. Let's check out Polestar where we are right now. It's back down to $11.99. So it's hovering around $12 right there. It could end the trading day around $12 flat. Ooh, $11.68. Wow. $11.64. So I definitely think Polestar could end the day around possibly around $12. But because it's Monday, it's most likely that it's not going to end at as high as we're expecting, like $12.20, $12.50, $12.20 at the most is going to end the trading day at. For me in the UK, it's 22 minutes past 6 o'clock. So that's quite interesting. On some more information on Polestar public listing. We officially listed on the 24th of June. That was on Friday. And closing, we reached a high of $13. But what's next for us, huh? That's a good question. Now, Thomas Ingeloth actually said, this is a hugely proud moment for the entire team at Polestar. And I'm sure it was. And I can't wait for them to release the video of the entire team in the headquarters, around the UK, in Sweden, in China, the manufacturers, in Charlotte, Carolina, celebrating Polestar going public. Because Polestar is building vehicles in quite a few different markets. There's also a really important document I would like to have a look at. I've got a lot of documents that I do save, so apologies. Seriously, apologies. But can't seem to find my documents right now, but I will. It's like a PDF document, but I'll get it up. But like I was said earlier, you know, we're expecting Polestar to deliver huge numbers, just absolutely incredible numbers. So I've got my PDF. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add my PDF documents. Just a moment. So this is quite interesting. And I'm definitely having some issues Yeah, I'm definitely having some issues trying to display my documents, but it's okay. It's the Polestar investors presentation document. What I will do, I'll simply search that investors relation document. This is the document that we want to keep an eye on right now. I will save that document. This document is crucial. This documentation is crucial. It has some of the most important information for the future of Polestar. We've got another comment. Did I just say comment? Comments from Big Mo. PSNYW are the warrants, I believe. That's interesting. So when you say warrant, because I've heard the word warrant being thrown around quite a lot, and I'm still a beginner investor, so I'm still learning. When you say warrant, what exactly is that? Is that sort of like a private stock that not everyone can buy, but it's like a select few in the company that probably have that stock? Is it something to do with voting in the company? Yeah, what exactly is it? You know, I'm curious. If you can answer that question for me, I appreciate it. Or if you know where I can find the information, I'd appreciate that as well. Always drink your water, especially in times like this, where the climate is just extremely warm. Obviously, I love the warmth. Okay, so I found some particular useful information in this. This was the leaders of both companies pre-stock merger or SPAC merger. Thomas Ingles, CEO of Polestar. Chief Financial Officer is Joanne Malkvisk. I think I'm not pronouncing that name correctly, so I do apologize. But he is the Chief Financial Officer of Polestar. And on the right-hand side, we've got the Gores Guggenheim Chairman, Alec Gores, and Mark Stone is the CEO. And as we know, Gores Guggenheim has had multiple different SPAC with multiple different companies. So this is nothing new, but this is the management on the left-hand side. This is our management for Polestar. Thomas Ingles, previously Senior Vice President of Design at Volvo Cars. Behind Volvo Car, recent award-winning design and award design hero at 2017 Auto Awards. And as for the CFO, previous CFO of Dole Food Company, Perstorff Chemical Company, and Duna Group. 20 plus years of experience across multiple sectors, including in the United States and in publicly listed companies. So that's our management team. That's part of our management team. This is the history of Gores Guggenheim Holding and their SPAC merger with many different companies. And this was key for Polestar to publish to the world because it showed that Gores Guggenheim is a very serious company when it comes to SPAC mergers, and it will continue to have successful SPAC mergers in the future. It seems like it's become a modern staple for companies to be a blank check companies. You can simply be a blank check company in order to make money. That's incredible. The idea is mind-blowing. You can become a blank check company, create multiple other companies, put them on the stock exchange, and partner them with other companies who hope to go public. And Polestar is the latest one for Gores Guggenheim. But previously, we've had Luminar, we've had UWM, we've had Matterport, Sonder, Footprint, Very Mobile, Hostess. We've had multiple companies dating back to 2016. We've had companies as early as Q2 in 2022. That's this year with a transaction value of 1.6 billion. And obviously Polestar joining this list in Q2 of 2022. Impressive. We've got another comment. Why do I keep saying comment? From Big Mo. So a stock warrant is a contract between a public company and an investor. A warrant gives the holder the right to buy and sell shares of a stock at a specific price before a specific date. Oh, I heard about this. I I don't know where I heard about this, but I heard about this. This is actually really fascinating because based on what I heard is that it essentially, right, it's a contract between a public company and investor. Essentially, once you bought that stock, you're able to resell that stock at a certain price despite the current market. Is that what I think it is? It's sort of like the opposite to shorting companies, right? Well, not the opposite, but shorting companies is all about buying them at a high price, waiting until they fall, and then selling them to make that difference up. While a warrant sounds more like buying a share, but you're able to resell that share at a specific price in the contract despite whatever price it's currently at on the stock market. That's what I heard. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not. But thanks to Big Mo for that information. That's actually really helpful. Because like I said, I'm still learning about stocks and shares. But Polestar business overview. This is a overview. Started as a racing company, developed and sold performance softwares to Volvo. That's what it did. It developed and sold performance softwares to Volvo's official performance partner to Volvo cars and more. It later went on to becoming a company of its own. Since 2015, it's become a company of its own, producing the Polestar 1 and Polestar 2. Not bad, right? This is where we are so far. So the Polestar 1 announced in 2017. I think this was around the same time that Need for Speed game came out. Terrible game, but the Polestar 1 looked amazing. There was nothing like it. I'm still secretly in love with that car. This is a car by Citroen. I will just save this information and come back to it later. I don't want to leave too much information open. I believe we already spoke about the Polestar prototype being at Goodwood, but there's a little bit more information we can go through in a minute, such as the powertrain, that this new technology of powertrain that Polestar is developing in Sweden. This powertrain will be inputted into the Polestar 5 that's currently in prototype. And this outputs an insane amount of power, up to 884 brake horsepower, I believe. Absolutely incredible. It says here on Inside EVs, it said it's capable of 900 newton meters of Newton meters, 664 pound-feet of system torque. Wow. This is going to be, I cannot wait to see this car on CarWow, on their YouTube channel, racing against the Polestar, racing against the Tesla Model S, or the Porsche Taycan, or the Lucid Air. I can't wait. I just can't. Warrants can be redeemed for actual shares. Warrants can be redeemed for actual shares. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a lot of research on warrants later. Not right now because we want to stay on topic. But later, I will do quite an extensive amount of research on warrants because it seems to be quite important. Really important, actually. It seems to be really fascinated. I've heard people throwing around the word warrant, including in use with Polestar, quite a lot. So I really want to understand it. Combining the best of both worlds, credibility and scalability, agility and disruption. Startup, innovation. And Polestar is innovating. Earlier in this video, we spoke about the fact that Polestar is working on a dual battery system. They've actually filed a patent of their dual battery innovation idea, their patent idea, with the USA Patent Office, I believe. So they're innovating. Core competency. So this is from design to sustainability and innovation. This is the way they're innovating with the Polestar with the Polestar 5, they're using an aluminium unibody, aluminium chassis, aluminium architecture in this Polestar car, in the Polestar 5, which is something quite new to cars in general. They're targeting other things such as design as well, because interior design needs to be comfy. But here's the exciting part that we're all going to be excited for in this video. Polestar roadmap, the diversified premium product portfolio. Obviously now we have the Polestar 2 that's mostly being sold, the Polestar 1 that's in limited edition. The last few Polestars that were built, I don't remember how much exactly were built, but they're all in gold, and that's because they're ending production on the Polestar 1, but they wanted to send it off in grace in gold, and it looks incredible. But here's the important part of this: the Polestar 3, it's targeting the Porsche Taycan. Sorry, why did I say the Porsche Taycan? The Porsche Cayenne. It's targeting the Porsche Cayenne in price. It's targeting the Porsche Cayenne as a overall vehicle. This is what the Porsche Cayenne looks like. This is what the Porsche Cayenne looks like. I don't know about you, but I take the Polestar. To be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of Porsche cars, but I did find a couple of Porsche cars that I fell in love with. Just two, but we're not going to talk about that right now. Okay, so for the Polestar 2, the max range is roughly around 540 kilometers of range. The Polestar 3 exceeds 600 plus 600 target range. That's 600 kilometers of range. Absolutely incredible. Now, the Polestar 4, it's the same amount of range, plus 600. This could be 620, 610, 605. And it's the same thing for the Polestar 5. They're all targeting 600 plus range, which is really good. But here's where it gets interesting. The Polestar 3 is described as a luxury aero SUV. The Porsche 4 is described as a premium sports SUV. Not luxury. The Polestar 3 is luxury, but the Polestar 4 is premium sport electric. Premium. That's a keyword. Premium sports electric. The Polestar 3 is all about luxury, but the 4 is all about sportiness and having a premium feel in your vehicle. And this is what it's targeting, the Porsche Macan. Of course, you can see instantly that the Porsche Macan and the Porsche Cayenne are similar but different. The Porsche Cayenne is much bigger. The Porsche Macan is a little bit smaller, like an SUV coupe or something. It's the exact same thing for Polestar. In fact, if we go into my channel, by the way, do you guys like the new channel logo? Come on, it's pretty cool. So this logo, I actually designed it in Blender 3D. It's a glass logo, and it's the first or second logo our company or business have. This was the first logo, this image right there, the monument image. This is our second logo. But I think the business needed a fresh and professional look and feel. And I wanted to go for something like that looks quite interesting and nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I wanted to go for. But yeah, let me know what you think about the logo, right? Now, for the Polestar 5, it's described as a luxurious sport GT 4-door. Luxurious sport, not a premium sport, a luxurious sport. Similar to the Polestar 3, it's all about luxury, but with the Polestar 5, they're bringing luxury and sport together, like a Mercedes would or a BMW would. Say no more. Now, the price target for this vehicle is roughly around the Porsche Panamera. That's around 71 grand in the UK, 71,000 pounds starting price roughly. But the thing is that I could have sworn that the Polestar 5 was going to be way more expensive. I could have sworn it was going to be way more expensive. Maybe that's just in US dollars, but maybe I'm wrong. But this is good. I mean, we want it to be cheap, right? So this is good. Now, as for the Porsche Macan, this is all about price target. Price target is around 50 grand for that car. The Porsche Cayenne is probably around 65 grand, $62,000. Sorry, 62,000 grand, 62,000 pounds, not dollars. My apologies. So these are the Polestar competition for the next few years. My computer is still making noise, which is expected because I'm pushing it right now. This is mostly something that should be done on a computer, like live streaming, and I have like a few different channels open, and I'm also porting it to an alternative display. Yeah, I'm pushing it. So we know the Polestar 3 is being officially unveiled this year in October. It's going on sale next year, early next year. The Polestar 4 is being unveiled next year. Polestar 5 is being unveiled in 2024, but it'll most likely go on sale in 2025. Quite exciting. But you know what something that I even found even more exciting is the signature Polestar design. This is the split Thor hammer headlight. I did not know this was a Polestar / Volvo thing, but it turns out it is. It's a Volvo / Polestar thing. They like to go with their headlights having a Thor hammer kind of design, if you understand that reference. But nevertheless, this is supposed to be the Polestar 5, the Polestar Precept. This is the Polestar 02. It's actually good that we've arrived at Polestar 02 because I still think that they're going to develop this car. I don't think they're going to announce it anytime soon. And I don't think they're working on this car anytime soon. I mean, they built a prototype, but arguably that's a lot simpler and easier to build a prototype. But building hundreds of thousands of these vehicles are going to be difficult for anyone, especially Polestar. Now, this is the top publicly traded automakers by earning. This is fascinating. BMW is making the most at 28 billion. Mercedes is only making 20 billion. Tesla is making 9.7 million. This is probably quarterly earnings. I don't think this is yearly. Obviously, it's not yearly earnings. But the information that I'm actually trying to find is EV cars only. But I can't seem to find that information. Nevertheless, not the end of the world. But for anyone who's still watching, remember to follow us on Twitter. I tend to do a lot of things on Twitter these days, staying up to date with Polestar. You can also subscribe to our newsletter. This is our newsletter, our Monument newsletter that we do like updates, monthly updates. So I'm actually working on a new newsletter for the Polestar public listing. So that's going to be quite interesting. So yeah, just a quick heads up to remember to follow us on our other channels, other place of support. I'm going to close this now because we are finished with that information. Okay, I did put Lucid in the title, so might as well we talk a little bit about Lucid. Lucid Group stock looks more vulnerable than Tesla and its other pairs, and that's no surprise. The issue is valuation. Polestar makes Lucid stocks look way too expensive. And that's true because Polestar is actually delivering a lot more vehicles. Polestar has about 2.1 billion shares outstanding. Wow, it's been confirmed. I can officially say this. That's a lot of stocks outstanding, given the company a enterprise value of roughly 26 billion, roughly. Now the prices Polestar at 3.9 times projected 2023 sales of 6.6 billion. Wow. That price is Polestar at 3.9 times projected. Interesting. Lucid with a value of 29 billion is priced at a more 8 times 2023 sales of 3.5 billion. That's not just expensive relative to Polestar, but also to Xpeng, NIO, Li Automotive, and Rivian Automotive. All companies with sales but no fee cash flow yet. That trades around 2.6 times 2023 sales. So this article is putting Lucid on blast, and that's good. It should. So the issue of Lucid ticker symbol isn't direct competition. Polestar PSNY makes all the electric car, or Polestar 2, a $48,000 sedan that competes with the Tesla Model 3. Lucid, for its part, sells the $170,000 Airdream Edition, which costs even more than Tesla Model S Plaid, which can top out at $155,000. So Lucid isn't really doing themselves a great favor by building cars that are so insanely expensive, when they can easily target the Tesla Model 3 or the Polestar 2, the Polestar 3, the Tesla Model Y, by building cheaper cars that more people can buy. Lucid is targeting the expensive audience. I get it. I understand that, but they're not delivering yet. And for the foreseeable future, this will only get worse as lithium battery become more expensive. Seriously. I've been following lithium, the price of lithium, for quite some time. It's in the news all the time, just how expensive it is. And it's only getting worse. Albemarle plans major U.S. lithium processing plant. Lithium processing Lake Resource downplays short selling. Piedmont Lithium looks abroad amid North Carolina uncertainty. Stellantis invests $50 million into lithium startup to secure battery metals. How interesting. I'm going to check these out. So lithium is extremely important to any vehicle manufacturer, any EV company. It's extremely important. And for Tesla, Elon Musk has released news that he's considering taking Tesla into the direction of mining lithium battery and cobalt, which would be smart because this would cut the cost dramatically. You understand the cost of lithium right now it's insane. And the lithium is not the problem. The problem is extracting lithium. It takes a long time. It's extremely difficult. It's extremely difficult. So I'm curious on the current price of lithium, to be honest. I really am curious. This is by Trade and Economic, and as you can see, the price just continues to go up. Holy crap. That's insane. Lithium carbonate price in China moved sideways at 477,000 ton or a young ton in the second half of June, remaining near record high of 500,000 from March amid industry incentives in the EV sector and low supply level. Local Chinese governments, including Beijing, Shanghai, Wuhan, announced cash subsidies for customers replacing petrol cars with EV purchases. This is why there's so many countries that are giving us incentives to buy electric vehicles. They know lithium is too expensive. The question is, what are we going to do about it? That's the question. This is from April 16, 2022. One of the guiding principles of belief is that electric vehicles will take over from internal combustion engine. Is the falling of cost of battery. Yeah, But the problem is the cost of battery is not going to fall anytime soon. So from a price of around $1,200 per kilowatts in 2010, the prices drop to 137 kilowatts per hour by 2022 and $132 per kilowatts per hour in 2021. There was an expectation of below $100 by 2023, by which point EVs would hit price parity with equivalent internal combustion vehicles, and the game would be over for oil and gas. But the global surge in lithium price has led some to question whether this dream would really become a reality. So in more information, lithium carbonate prices have been dropping since a peak in 2018, around $15,000 per ton to half that price by the end of 2022, according to Edison's group. But in large part due to the demand of EVs, the price has been growing all through 2021, hitting $25,000 per ton by the end of the year, and now reaching over $40,000 per ton. This looks like a dire situation because EV demand is only going up, and some are now saying that production can't scale because lithium prices will hold it back, along with surging price of other minerals, including cobalt. According to Trade and Economy, cobalt's gone from $30,000 in 2020 to $80,000 per ton today, and nickel has soared even more, relatively peaking from $20,000 to $80,000 per ton. Wow, that's incredible. We've been live for 56 minutes right now, so we're coming close to 1 hour. So we will be ending this video quite soon, but it's good that we're ending on this topic of lithium battery, because this is just crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This is a article by Forbes. I'm gonna save this right here. But yeah, lots of things are going crazy. So Stellantis invests 50,000 euros. That's a stake in an Australian startup, Vulcan Energy Resource, as it seeks to extract lithium from deposits in Germany to become the first European car maker to make a substantial direct investment in extraction of raw material for batteries. This is good. I like that Stellantis is investing in the processing and mining of lithium battery. This is brilliant. The group, which includes Fiat and Peugeot brands, plans to sell a total of 5 million battery electric cars worldwide by 2030. Incredible. So the move comes as car makers are having to contend with the soaring price for key materials such as cobalt, nickel, and lithium, adding pressure on the profitability of electric vehicles. Any company that can mine their own lithium battery, source their own lithium battery, they will have a huge advantage in the market. That's without a question. And this is what Stellantis is doing. They're investing in a lithium startup. They'll have a huge advantage. Now, if Tesla choose to do the same thing by building their own lithium mining company, cobalt mining company, they will have a huge advantage. Tesla already has a huge advantage. They already have a huge advantage in the EV market, but it's going to get a lot worse for smaller companies, especially smaller startups who don't have the funding. You look at companies like Canoe or Rival, they don't have the funding or the resources to afford the surge in price of lithium. It's absolutely insane at the moment. Now, before we end this video, best of both worlds: stability, established player, and agility startup. Polestar's focus on product design, validation, vehicle attributes, digital offers, distribution. Light and scalable setups built upon the experience, technology, and scale of Volvo Cars and Geely. Stability of established players. Nearly 100 years experience in building vehicles, engineering, design, and release, testing, manufacturing capacity, logistics, and supply chain. And as for Geely, part of the parent company of Polestar, architecture, development, procurement, manufacturing capabilities, logistics, and supply chain. And by the way, just to end on this, before we end this video, these are some of the plants that Polestar is currently building its vehicle. The Polestar 1 was actually built at this factory in Chengdu. Low volume production, 750 cars per year. Very low volume production. So this is probably where they were manufacturing the prototype cars like the Polestar 02, because they manufacture low volume in this factory. Now as for Taehoe's, this is a 180,000 car per year factory. Factory opened in 2016. Wow, these factories are relatively new. This is where the majority of Polestar, I'm guessing this is where the majority of Polestar 2s are being manufactured. Now, additionally, there's also a European plant, Europe, potential production sites. Annual car capacity unknown. The manufacturing open date unknown. And as for the platform, it'll be using obviously the same platform for all Polestar 2s. But the incredible thing is that this is just a potential production site for Polestar vehicles. It's a potential. So Polestar could be building, or Geely and Volvo could be helping Polestar to build their own manufacturing plant in Europe. And I think that's a perfect destination to build a manufacturing plant. 3 areas: Europe, America, and Asia. Now, as for the Polestar 3, that's going to be built in 2 different locations. Chengdu in China, 150,000 car per year capacity. This was opened in 2013. But majority of this vehicle is probably going to be built in Charlottesville in America at the Volvo site. 150,000 cars per year. This factory was open in 2015. And this is where they're targeting. This is the American market. They're targeting the Polestar 3 to dominate. Now, as for the Polestar 4, that's planned for Hangzhou Bay. And this factory has a capacity of 240,000 car production per year. It was opened in 2021, last year. And they're planning to build a Polestar 4 at that location. Now, as for the Polestar 5, the luxurious sedan, luxurious sports sedan, or luxurious sport GT, this manufacturing plant has a low capacity. It has a capacity of 30,000 estimate premium EVs per year. And this is Chongping. There it might be built the Polestar 5. They're developing the Polestar 5 in the UK, but it could be built in this factory by the looks of it. But this is a look at Polestar factories. That's its active development factories. I believe this is a look at the Polestar mobile app for your vehicle. Digital first, go market, motive focus on customer experience. Global expansion supported by different permanent and temporary retail locations for format. Lots of interesting ideas. An extensive service. Over 800 service points today. Plenty more information to go through within this document, such as the experience and visionary management team. This is the Polestar management team. Maximilian Minissi is the head of design, I believe. Thomas Ingelith, CEO. Joanne is the CFO. Dennis is COO. And plenty more people are helping Polestar to achieve great things. This is Jonathan Goodman, the Polestar UK PR and communications, or comms. Yeah, plenty of people. Customer experience, that goes to Mona Abbasi, Mike Whittington, global sales. Plenty more people were involved in Polestar and just doing incredible things for this company. Financial overview. I don't want to get into this too much because we've already passed the 1 hour mark on this video. We will be ending this video quite soon, but we can touch on this a little bit. So, diverse new model pipeline drive top line growth. So this is the growth that Polestar is expecting. So for the year of 2021, they delivered 29,000 vehicles. This year, they're open to deliver 50,000 vehicles. Next year, it looks like we're hoping to deliver up to 90,000 to 124,000 vehicles. The majority of these vehicles are hoping to be the Polestar 2. In secondary, it's hoping to be the Polestar 3. And it looks like they might be delivering some of the Polestar 4. That's what it's showing on this mark for 2023 next year. Wow, that'd be incredible. Now as for 2024, it looks like the Polestar 5 could be joining the delivery market by that year. They look like they could be delivering 11 vehicles. Estimate by 2024 they could be delivering around 10 to 11 Polestar 5. For next year, 2023, they're hoping to deliver around, six Polestar 4 vehicles. Not a lot, they just want to get a couple vehicles out there. But the next year, it's important to recognize that the next year, they got some big delivery numbers. It's just going to continue to climb. Now, as for the Polestar 3, they're hoping to deliver 24,000 in 2023. Next year, Polestar will be delivering roughly around 15 to 20,000 Polestar 3. Those are the SUVs. I can't wait to see these vehicles in real life. It's going to make me super excited. But that is it for this video. I think we'll be ending this video right here. So plenty of things that we went through, but the exciting thing is that next year Polestar could be building or delivering up to 100,000 vehicles. 100,000 vehicles. Wow, I cannot wait. I'm super excited. Plenty more to go through in this document, but we don't have enough time. So this is my thank you to everyone who's watched this video, supported this channel. To everyone who's subscribed so far, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. Let's just take a look at the stock right now for Polestar. It's $11.66 today. It reached an all-time high of $12, so that was quite good. $12.06. But yes, this is where we'll be ending this video right about now. So it's quite interesting. By the way, this is my second channel. I don't know how many people know that I have a second channel. Yeah, my crypto channel. But yeah, this is where we end this video. So hope you like the new logo. Thank you for watching, and I've got plenty more videos to release quite soon. So subscribe. Leave a comment and leave a like and let me know what you think about these new live streams. I really want to do more live streams more often. I think it would be really good for all of us who supports this channel, who want to see good things from this channel. So thank you for watching today. Subscribe to see more. I have been trying new thumbnails as well. I hope you guys like that. Yeah, just to let you know, we've got plenty of good things planned for this channel to keep everyone up to date with Polestar and many other things in the EV space. And thank you for 9 likes. We've had 9 likes on this video. 9 likes. That's absolutely incredible. We've had about 4 comments. That's absolutely incredible. Number 4 is my lucky number anyway, so I really do like that. So yeah, thank you to everyone who's watched so far. And I hope to post more on the community. You guys love it when I post on the community, and I really want to post more content on the community. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Subscribe to see more, and I'll see you guys later, okay? Peace.